Welcome back, and what we're now looking at is a functional skills writing paper level 1 from the reformed set, which are the new ones. So just as a reminder, you please remember, take pictures with your camera phones, take screenshots with your laptops, your full computers or your tablets. If you are wanting to use the answers in here for revision purposes, so you're not always going on to YouTube, you can actually have them and you can look for your own time. What I'd also suggest as well is you have a go at the questions yourself in your own time as well. I'll have a look at some of the answers I give them and see if you can improve on them. We'll see if you can come up with different ideas, because a lot of the writing needs to do with creative writing, being creative, reflecting perhaps on things that you've done. So again, it could be dealing with complaints, it could be dealing with something you're going to be organising, it could be a holiday, it could be looking at going travelling. So there's a variety of things there. And also key, see if you can spot any mistakes I've made, because in the heated exam it's very easy to make these mistakes and you don't realise. You are allowed a certain tolerance when you do these exams for getting things wrong, probably like 2 spelling mistakes or 2 or 3 grammar errors, for example, and an occasional about probably 2 or 3 misplaced capital letters. But after that you will start to lose marks. So again, see if you can actually find any of the errors that I've made. So without further ado, let's move on. So here's a typical question. So what I suggest you do is you put yourself on pause for a few moments, read the questions through, and then when you want to resume, press play, and I will join you again. Okay, so I hope you've had a good read through. So what we have here is like a typical task. It's organising a charity day. It could be organising a charity walk. It could be organising a charity bake-off. But this one is talking about washing clothes and washing cars and wearing silly clothes and having cake sale. And what do you think? So it's getting you to express your own opinions and put your own opinions forward, which, we think about it, is similar to what you probably do in a work environment. Your managers or your colleagues might come to you with an idea, write to you in an email or a memo or something like that, and then you write back with your thoughts and opinions, or it might be a verbal face-to-face meeting. So it's really nothing different to what you might do on a day-to-day basis. So what they're looking at here is you need to write Sam for the Ideas Charity Day in your email, give opinions, assess plans for raising money, suggest other ways of raising money, and say what you can do to help with the charity day. You should aim to write 200 to 250 words. Now, some of you are going, that's daunting. I'm scared of that. Don't be. Because it's very easy to start writing that amount of words before you realise it and you're there. So yes, make sure you do count your words as you go through. And again, have a look at the example I've done in a moment, which we'll go and look at, and that might give you some thoughts and ideas. But other things you could put in ideas, like you can have a raffle. So you can have a raffle. You could perhaps have a jumble sale. Ideas, you could actually have somebody not only just washing the cars, but then for an actually add-on price, perhaps we might like to polish the cars. So extra ways of earning money. Perhaps whilst they're people having their car washed, perhaps people might like to buy drinks or something. Have somebody going around with canned drinks or cups of coffee, selling them cups of coffee 50p or £1 a throw. Again, good way of earning extra money whilst people are there and being relaxed. They'll probably part with their money because it's for a charitable cause. So here we go. So put yourselves on pause again for a moment, have a read through, and then I'll catch you when you press play again. Catch up with you then. Right, so here's mine. Hello Sam, thank you for your message. I think that this is a great idea, washing cars and having a cake sale, but I do draw the line at wearing silly clothes these days. Don't be frightened to put humour in some of these. It's a good idea. I think that this is a great idea. Sorry, I've read that part. People always like to have clean cars, especially during the summer months. So if we can find the right place to do this, this would certainly be good. So think what you're doing with your commas and your full stops. I've spoken to a friend of mine and we have thought of another idea. He's just spotted my deliberate error that I've put in there for you. As you know, I am a flute player, and perhaps my friend who is a pianist, a friend who plays a cello, and I could give a light music concert in the evening. We play together as a trio and I arrange all our ensemble music, so it would be easy to perform a concert of light popular music, maybe with a sing-song at the end. Vera songs or Land of Hope and Glory always go down well. Perhaps a ticket price of £5 could be charged. You could also ask for donations for a raffle which could be drawn after the interval. This is a good way of raising extra money and people are normally relaxed, which means they may part with more of their cash. Let me know what you think and we will go from there. So, you spotted my deliberate error. I have spoken to a friend of mine. Okay, so again, this is important to remember because you're going to be in an exam situation. You can make mistakes. So just think and be careful what you do and make sure that you do proofread. Obviously, again, this is a work environment. You get somebody to proofread everything for you, or you get your computer to read it back to you, but you're not going to have that luxury. So again, make sure you read things through and correct. But I put these deliberate errors in just to see if you actually pick them up as well. So we've tackled the first question. Now we'll look at the second question. So again, it can be a similar format, but this time it's going to be more formal. And it's about, probably could be about a complaint or praising something. So put yourselves on pause, have a quick read through, and then press play again when you've finished that. So here we have a formalised document. Again, this could be something you actually have to do in real life, and that's the whole point of functional skills. So what we're looking at here is noisy neighbours, how you're going to deal with them. So you're writing essentially a complaint letter on the council web form. In your complaint, you should describe the problems with new neighbours and explain the effects of these problems on your life. Again, see if you can spot any mistakes that I've made and pick them out. Again, this is all part of proofreading skills. So here we go. This is my sample. Again, you'd have a special form that you can write on, which would be part of the exam paper. You probably expected to put your name in and an email address, which I've done here as examples. Don't put your real email address in. Make one up. So, dear Sir, Madam. Remember what I said about dear Sir, Madam in a previous paper, or I may have said it earlier in this one. I'm writing to complain about my new neighbours that have moved into the house next door recently. Again, I'll tell you what, quickly, put yourselves on pause, read this through, and then I'll catch up with you in a moment when you press play. Right, so I'm just going to carry on reading what I originally started. So I read Dear Sir, Madam in the first line, paragraph. Second paragraph, I'm becoming somewhat annoyed at the constant noise coming from their property. This can be in the form of constant loud arguments, loud music being played during the day, or unruly parties carrying on into the early hours of the morning. This is especially the case on Friday and Saturday nights. In addition, since the new neighbours have moved in, they just dump their rubbish in the front garden. Notice I've used quotation marks there, tried to make some quotation marks in. And sometimes I like to see a variation of punctuation. That's a good one to do. Making no attempt to clear it up. This is now becoming a health hazard and this contains food waste. We have noticed an increase in pests as a consequence. I have been round to complain on several occasions in the past month, along with my other neighbours. However, all we receive is verbal abuse or threats of physical violence, which is unacceptable to say the least. Remember, you're doing creative writing here, so you can add some extra bits in, but as long as you're getting the crux of what they've asked you to do. This is now having an effect on the mental well-being of my household and other families in the street. You feel that you do not want to come home at night so that you can stay somewhere else to have a good night's sleep. I would appreciate, please, that you take action regarding this troublesome family by informing them that their behaviour cannot continue and is totally unacceptable. Thank you for your assistance in these matters. Yours faithfully, signed off. Please note again, remember, dear Sir, Madam, yours faithfully, dear Gulliver, or dear Mr. Bowman, you will always sign off sincerely. So if you know the name, you're sincere. If you don't know the name, you're always faithful. So what I'd like you to do, that's an idea of a bit of homework. Why don't you try these questions yourself? Have a go at them. You've got a sample in front of you now. And this will get you into practice, because again, some have said some of it's creative writing, but again, you can think about it. You might write this a complaint to anybody regarding something that you've had poor service, poor products, you're not happy with something they've done, and so on and so forth. So get into the habit of doing it. So I suggest have a go at these questions, have a go through, see how you get on. Thank you very much for your attention.